Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. What is going on? Hold on a second. Let me just make sure my mic is on the right one, and it's not. Hold on. There we go. Now you probably hear me a lot better. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Sorry, it's just me for the moment. I haven't heard from Big Joe, and Brady is running late. But I don't want to, it's already almost 20 after 8 here, Northeastern PA, and I didn't want to wait too long because I'm looking forward to watching Young Frankenstein. Big Mel Brooks fan. Have this Mel Brooks box set here. I bought for my son a couple years ago. He's a big fan. Loves Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles. He really loves To Be or Not to Be, which is real good too. History of the World, great set. I recommend it highly. But let's see who is hanging out, waiting in the chat. Big John, what's up, man? I want to be on your watch panel for the upcoming Meatballs show. Yeah, we got to do Meatballs. We talked about that. Yeah, a big movie from my youth. I remember seeing that in the theater like it was yesterday. Holy crap. Yeah, that's definitely, we should do like a whole, oh, shit. We're already halfway through the summer. It's already the 16th. Maybe August, we should just devote to summer movies, whether it be horror or comedy. That's a big summer movie. Are you ready for the summer? It's right there in the goddamn song. Hey, what's up, Gene? How are you tonight? And Slasher Fred, what's up, man? I think that what makes Young Frankenstein such a wonderful movie is that it is mostly a parody of the 39 Son of Frankenstein. Involves a descendant of Frankenstein. Pretty much, yeah. I love the fact that so if anybody here watched the Gene Wilder documentary that just came out? I didn't realize he collaborated and wrote a lot of this. It was a big passion project of his, which I never knew, which was pretty cool. To Be or Not to Be is a comedy remake of the 40s drama movie. Yeah, and it's just great. I mean, To Be or Not to Be is just so great. That's a classic too. Starring obviously Mel Brooks and his late wife, Mrs. Robinson. For those that remember the Graduate. Don't you understand, people? What are we joking about? I must have missed the joke. I must have missed that. But yeah, we're going to do Young Frankenstein tonight. We could probably do some more Mel Brooks movies going forward. There's some great ones in here. So this set here, I bought for my son a couple of years ago. It's got obviously Young Frankenstein, To Be or Not to Be, The 12 Chairs, silent movie. I love silent movie. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Great. History of the World Part 1, High Anxiety, and Blazing Saddles. Great set. Highly recommended, especially if you're a Mel Brooks fan. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So, yeah. So, where's everybody watching it tonight? Apparently it's not streaming on anywhere because I was being lazy. I wasn't hooking up my DVD player to my computer. I usually just forget, just rent it on YouTube for like $4. It's make my life easier. It's not on YouTube. It might be on Prime. But everybody watching along tonight, where are you watching Young Frankenstein? Do you have the physical media, or are you watching it streaming somewhere? Because I don't know where it's streaming. John says, Meatball came out in late July 79. It was a life-changing movie for my 15-year-old self. Pure Canadian. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Canadian, and it's a Canadian film. And people seem to forget that Bill Murray is Canadian. Meatballs. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it when it came out in 79. And I remembered vividly seeing it at the theater. And we just had such a fun time with it. Made us all want to go to summer camp because it looked like so much fun. You know, it looked like they had a ball. Everybody wanted to go to Camp North Star. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Hi, Mickey. Oh, I could talk meatballs all night, and we will when we do that. Slasher Fred says Meatballs was one of the earliest movies that Bill Murray had worked on with the late Ivan Reitman. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember. Was Meatballs his first movie? Was it that or When the Buffalo Roam? I don't remember which came out first, to be honest with you. Do you guys remember that? When the Buffalo Roam? That was another early Bill Murray film. I'm trying to think. I think those were the first two, but I don't remember which came first, to be honest with you. I think Meatballs might have come first. But we could start this because I don't want to start it too late. It's already 8:25, and my son has just come home. There's a bunch of beer in that cooler if you want some. Cool. That's always a good plus. Son just came back, brought my cooler back, and he said there's a bunch of beer in it. That's beautiful. Hey, look at Gene's throwing him out tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, let's get this started. Why not? Brady's going to jump in. I don't know which. I didn't think Joe would miss this, but he might be working late because this is his wife's favorite movie. One of her favorite movies. She's a big Young Frankenstein fan, so I thought for sure he'd be home for this, but I guess maybe circumstances beyond his control. So let's do this. Let's watch Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein. All right, so everybody here got it all queued up. What are you guys? So here, who in the chat's watching it live? Let me know. So sometimes people don't have it and they just hang out for the chat, which is cool. Everybody's more than welcome to hang out in the chat. Like I said, I'm watching it on the DVD. And anybody streaming it somewhere? I don't know. But you know what? Let's get it started. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Bill Murray was born in Illinois. The Meatballs movie was filmed in Haliburton, Ontario. The rest of the cast were Canadian. Was Bill Murray? Oh, Dan Aykroyd. That's right. Dan Aykroyd. I keep forgetting that whole SCTV group. You forget who is who. But I know. Remember John Candy. Who else? Dan Aykroyd's from up there. The whole SCTV crew. He was lumped into all that. But let's get the film started. This way, we're not starting it too late. Let me bring it up here. Hit play. So you should see 20th Century Fox popping up. What's cool is I love how this is in black and white. It definitely, I don't think it would have worked if it was in color. I know it was a conscious choice to make it look like the Universal monster films from the day. Gene loves this movie, so do I. I'm a big fan. I actually did, I was doing a series on this channel for a while called That 70s Movie Review, and I did a review of this. I should get back on that, maybe in the fall. Summertime, it's just a busy time for me. I'm going to crack a beer, starring the great Gene Wilder, the late great Gene Wilder. Peter Boyle, everybody loves Peter Boyle, Taxi Driver. Ray Romano's dad. Marty Feldman, we lost Marty Feldman way too early. Cloris Leachman, she only died within the last couple of years. She was in her 90s, I think. And Terry Garr still going. She's beautiful in this movie. Let's see, Kenneth Mars. That's what I'm seeing up here now, so if we're all on the same page. Only a minute and 40 seconds in. Who else is on here that I'm trying to see? Some other names I don't remember. Oh, Oscar Berergi. That's right. He was in... hold on a second. I'm just reading these. Wasn't he the guy that played in the Twilight Zone episode where he goes back to the Nazi camp? I think that was him. And Madeline Kahn, another one we lost way too early. She was great in Blazing Saddles. I mean, she actually had a TV series called Madeline, too, if anybody remembers that around my age. And who could forget her? And what do you call it? In Clue. She was great in Clue. Flames. Flames. Clue's one we got to do too. We haven't done Clue. And we got to do it when we watch all of the different endings. Does anybody remember the first time they saw this? I'm trying to think the first time I saw this. I mean, it had to be on cable in the early 80s. I really don't remember. Yeah, it had to be on cable. Special thanks to Kenneth Strickland, founder for original Frankenstein laboratory equipment. Now that I'm sitting here watching it, I don't think I've ever read all the credits. Gene says, I have this movie on DVD, but not watching it right now, just enjoying watching you live. Really? Thanks, Gene. Gene's awesome. That's awesome. See, Screen Story by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks, which I never really knew how involved he was in the writing of this. I guess I never read the credits, I guess. Yeah, Gene, I'll try to entertain the troops until one of the boys show up. But more than likely just Brett, which kind of stinks because Joe is a big fan of this and his better half is a real big fan of this. So everybody here, what is your favorite Mel Brooks movie? I'll throw this out there. Hey, what's up, Ryan? What's going on, buddy? Good friend Ryan, channel member. What is everybody's favorite movie? Favorite Mel Brooks movie, rather. It's a tough one because there's really no stinkers. There really isn't. I can't even think of a stinker among these. And this isn't even all his movies. Because The Producers isn't in here. Spaceballs isn't in here. I own them separately anyway. Both of them. Yeah, this isn't all of them. See. John says, Dan Aykroyd is from Ottawa. Valley SCTV rivaled SNL in the early 80s. At one time, SCTV held bigger ratings than Madeline Kahn was unfortunately not given a role on. I used to watch SCTV. I used to love SCTV. I used to love Martin Short when he did, was it Ed Grimley? Yeah, you're Gene, it wouldn't. I don't think it would have worked if this was in color. Really don't think it would have. What's up, Eric? Eric M in the house. Nice knockers. Thank you. Evening all. I always just love Frau Brucker. It's all common. So Ryan says tie between Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs. Man, I don't know. God, I love Spaceballs, but I think I'd have to say Blazing Saddles is my favorite. Oh, look at John. History of the World, man. Oh, God, do I love. Big part of my youth is History of the World. Get together with my brother and my cousins, and all we do is quote Mel Brooks movies. If it's not Blazing Saddles, it's History of the World. I swear to God. Knockers, obviously, exactly. But Gene Wilder, man, he was so great. Everything he was in. What's everybody's favorite Gene Wilder movie? Now that's a tough one. I love this. That's Frankenstein. That's the part we're at. Frankenstein. Probably have to say, I don't know, man. I love him in I love Gene Wilder in this. I love him in Stir Crazy. I guess I would probably honestly have to say Willy Wonka. But that's another film that's just a big part of my youth. I used to watch that and dream of being Charlie. I'd love to get that golden ticket. Go to that chocolate factory. Drink some fizzy lifting drinks. What a blast. No, don't stop. And this guy on the stretcher right here, he was in a lot of the Mel Brooks movies. He must have been a buddy of his. I remember especially as the preacher in Blazing Saddles. And some skinny ass legs, huh? Holy shit. And the scene where Frankenstein and Igor are spying on the funeral, and Frankenstein says, "Get down, you fool," is what Frankenstein says to Fritz in the original movie. Yeah. I love how you're spelling everything out correctly, too. Slasher Fred. Yeah, this older gentleman when he played the preacher in Blazing Saddles. I love when he's at the end when they're trying to build a whole replica of Rock Ridge and he's trying to do a blessing. He's like, "Are we gonna go through this? Are we all just screwing ourselves or screwing around or something?" Is his prayer. It's funny. Gene Wilder was always great. He always had his last name fit his hair. He always had the wildest, wacky looking hair. Especially when his hair gets messed up, like it is the lower corner of this video here. His hair tends to get very Ernie McCracken. It's like all over the place. Those just joined us. We're only in at only 11 minutes in. Hold on one second. Nobody needs to hear me burp. In case I'm writing in ads. Writing ads. Ryan says Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was easily one of the most watched movies of his childhood next to the animated Transformers movie. Now you want now Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Johnny Depp, which wasn't bad. I didn't dislike it, but my generation was Gene Wilder. Gene says, I love the fact that when they're carrying the dead guy, that the cop doesn't realize the hands don't match, right? That's right. John says, at the drive-in, you worked at 1981, it played an all-nighter on the Labor Day weekend. Caveman. Oh, God, Caveman. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. Ringo Starr, Barbara Bach. Was that, was that Lyle Alzado? History of the World, Heavy Metal. Wow. And I love Hardly Working. Hardly Working and Cracking Up, like two of the later Jerry Lewis movies. Classic. Love them. Wasn't the biggest Jerry Lewis fan, but Hardly Working was funny as hell. And Cracking Up is even better. Anybody out there ever watch Cracking Up? And every time Jerry Lewis is trying to quit something, he goes to that clinic, and the way it is he just gets punched in the face by Dick Buckus. No matter if he goes to light he's trying to quit smoking. So everywhere he is, no matter what in the film, he goes to try to light a cigarette, and Dick Buckus comes and belts him in the mouth. Johnny Depp couldn't. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but sorry, Willy Wonka is and always will be Gene Wilder. I still haven't seen Wonka. I haven't watched the movie Wonka yet. I should. Gene has Caveman. Caveman's funny, man. It's funny. I've been on this kick, like, on my way to work, I got a long commute, and I've been putting on YouTube, and the algorithm keeps bringing up Siskel and Ebert and Ebert and Roper videos, and I just been listening to them as I'm driving, and man, holy shit, did they destroy Caveman when it came out? Oh man, they absolutely destroyed it. But movies like that they don't like. I was surprised at how much they raved about. There's something about Mary and some other films. Let's see, Eric M says Jerry Lewis, Cinderella, and Who is Minding the Store? Great films. Jerry Lewis he was good. Some of it was a little over the top, a little bit too much. But yeah, those old Jerry Lewis movies, they're funny shit. Cracking Up and Hardly Working, probably two of my favorites. And he was actually really good in shit. What was the one with De Niro? Where De Niro kidnaps him? I forget that one. Help me out in the chat. Oh, say what's up, man? I first saw Young Frankenstein back in '79 on HBO. That's probably around the time I saw it. I was trying to remember when I first saw it. Had to be around the same time on cable when we got a cable. I think we first got cable in '79 also. Madeline Kahn, she was a pisser. Cute as hell, too. Thank you, Carlos. King of Comedy. I'm drawing a complete blank on it. Good movie. With was it De Niro? Sandra Bernhard, too. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time either. So Wonka was surprisingly good, Ryan says. I heard a lot of good things about it. I think Brady said he saw it and he liked it. I should go and watch it one night. I truth be told forgot about it. John says, I remember Gene Wilder on the local Toronto news in '76 doing sound bites at Union Station for Silver Streak. Really? That's cool as hell. Silver Streak, great movie. Yeah, I should watch Wonka. I have to put it on my list. I want to write that down because I forgot all about that. Really did. It's probably something I can actually watch with the wife. She'd probably sit through that. She likes it. Oh, his hair is so like I said, it's like Ernie McCracken. By the end of the film, he looks like Ernie McCracken. He's got that kind of hair. Another Bill Murray reference, right? Oh, we're about to meet Igor. Frankenstein. Frederick. The part where Igor first pronounced the abnormal says Abby normal. I love that. Abby. It's Abby normal. I can help you with that hump. What hump? He was perfect for this. I'm sorry, Marty Feldman was absolutely the best in this. Chelsea, what's up? Talk about this movie for months. Haven't seen it in years, but didn't want to pay to watch. You don't own it? It's not streaming anywhere either. I looked for it. That's why I broke out the set that I bought for Terrence. What's going on? Yeah, I wish I could actually show the film. Some films I think you can show on here because they're probably beyond their licensing. But I don't think you can put this yet. Put the candle back. Inga. There you go. Oh, this movie was cast absolutely perfectly. Terry Garr. Oh, she was always so pretty. She still is, aged gracefully. Even when she played why am I drawing a blank from Friends? Played her mom. Played Phoebe's mom. And even Mr. Mom, she was really cute in Mr. Mom. Werewolf. There's the wolf. John paid 75 cents CDN to watch Young Frankenstein, the smallest tournament of his public school in 76. It was intellectual humor I didn't fully get at the time. I preferred Logan's Run. Logan's Run's good too. I wonder where this was. You know what? I don't never watch the whole back. Does this have any features? I never even noticed that. I wonder where this was filmed. This was filmed on a back lot somewhere. I would assume it was. Mel Brooks. This has audio commentary. Does documentary making Frankenstein. What knockers? Thank you, Doctor. And Terry Garr definitely did. Still does. I never watched the other stuff. I gave this to my son, so I never checked it out. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a guest arriving. Brady! Look at you with the guns ablaze. What, you cut the sleeves off?
When you can buy the shirts for $5, why not?
Yeah. Oh, Bruca!
I'm freaking warped. Sorry about it, Pat. Where are we at here, bud?
Timestamp is 22 minutes and 10 seconds. Just got introduced to Fabuca.
Oh, yes.
North Leachman.
How's everybody's evening? Got a good line of people in the chat. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from Joe. I'm surprised. I didn't think they'd want to miss this one because she's a big MB's a big fan.
Yeah, strange. I don't know. Shit happens. Hi, Gene. Good evening. Yeah, construction was lousy today, Pat. So
I like that. He's like, Bluka. Just so he could hear the horse again. It
was like after I got to that Walmart and got the hoodie, like shit went to crap. Everything went to hell after that.
But he got creamed.
Now I got my brother saying that all the time now. Hey Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Saying it now too.
Yeah.
Did you get caught up on it? Are you at the right spot?
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to bring up some IMDb stuff. I didn't listen to what you've talked about yet. My apologies. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, this is a classic, man. You got great people in this.
And Cloris Leachman, she was still on the Mary Tyler Moore show probably at this point in '74. I don't think it might have even been the spinoff that show that she had, Phyllis, probably around the same time.
You have it in the box set, I think you said there. I thought it was streaming somewhere. Thank God I had a digital copy of it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it streaming either. I was being lazy. So this is the set I bought for Terrence. So I went up into his room and took it.
I think it was streaming not too long ago somewhere, Pat, when we were talking about it. Like all changed.
Watching on the hard copy. Yep, Chelsea's got it.
Hard copy? Okay. Now, did we already pass the 50th anniversary date? I was going to look that up.
That's a good question. I didn't even think that's right. I'm not even thinking as the 50th anniversary. Should have promoted it as that.
I'm surprised we don't hear more people talking about that.
Especially now with the release of the Gene Wilder documentary.
It'll be 50 years on December 15th.
Really? This was in December. I thought it would have been around Halloween time.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. It's weird when it's not like the typical IMDb dates. It says it for Canada, but then you have to expand the window.
Oh, really?
And then it gives New York and Los Angeles as premiere dates. And then under that's Argentina. Argentina came out January 2nd.
Lasher Fred says one of the funniest parts in the movie is when the lump on Igor's back keep changing size. Yeah. Always helping with this hump. He says, "What hump?"
You know, besides Gene Wilder, like Marty Feldman really sticks out to me the most.
Oh yeah. He was good in silent movies. Silent movies, a classic.
Okay, you're here. You're saying hello. It's okay. You're at the pool.
Oh yeah, the inspector with the fake arm, the German with he's got the different thing, keeps moving it.
Cloris Leachman's good too, though, right?
Ah, she's classic in this. Frau Brucker.
Gene Hackman's role just very it's just so like random, isn't it?
What a cameo in this. And remember it was mentioned about that I guess he's good. Was he good friends with Gene Wilder? That's why he did the cameo?
Yeah, they worked on weren't they in Bonnie and Clyde together, I think? I thought it was Bonnie and Clyde they were in together. Or was Gene Hackman not in Bonnie and Clyde?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Bonnie and Clyde in a dog's age.
Remember Gene Wilder had hit very small role in it, but it's memorable. Let's look here.
I just can't get over it. You watch this, how cute Terry Garr was.
Oh yeah.
Nice knockers. Thank you, Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, they were in Bonnie and Clyde together. So I'm assuming where they met. I think you and I talked. I'm gonna have to go back.
Put the candle back.
I have to go back and watch the Frisco Kid. I think you and I were talking about that when we watched the Gene Wilder documentary. Just different to hear him do a movie with Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 years next year for Jaws. That's just
it'll
crazy.
Be a big deal, John. Yeah.
Yeah, be prepared for tons of shit to be released, I'm sure. Special editions.
There was a video, it came up on my feed of a great white just coming up to some guy's boat and just circling around him and didn't do anything. I thought it was up in the Northeast, the video the guy took on his boat. It was wild. Looked just like Jaws. Well, great white, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Put the candle back.
If it's even though Haunted Honeymoon, like it's just got the dark vibes of Haunted Honeymoon, but Haunted Honeymoon's in color, of course. Haunted Honeymoon's pretty funny too.
Chelsea said one just washed up on the shore down in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, Life Stinks is actually pretty good. It's very underrated.
I actually saw that in the theater. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was a different thing for Mel Brooks to do.
I
He's
wonder if
not
it's
like the front man ever, really, you know?
yeah, because this one is there's got to be an even bigger set. This is the set I picked up for Terrence a couple of years ago, and it doesn't have all the movies. It had the important ones that he had to watch. I was like, what do you call it? Judge Reinhold and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I'm like, here, take this, know it, learn it, live it.
Yeah. This is your God, right?
And I just didn't even realize there's actually a whole documentary on this disc for Young Frankenstein because I just gave this to Terrence. I didn't even realize that I should look through them and see what kind of there's audio commentary on it. I didn't look at any of this stuff. I have to check it all out.
I have. Well, no, the Blu-ray has some of that stuff. I've never watched it. I don't think, shockingly. You know, on a side note, have you been getting a ton of emails going to your junk email more than usual?
I haven't noticed. I always get tons of them. I haven't noticed it though. This is great. They look at all the skulls and then they get up to Marty Feldman. I ain't got nobody. Igor Frederick.
That's a regular DVD. That's not even a Blu-ray, is that?
Mine? No, this is regular. I believe it is. Yeah. That's great. Cool set. The bottom of it says, "It's good to be the king."
Hey, he's still up there. He's in his 90s kicking.
96 the other day. Mel Brooks did a lot of cameos in movies such as The Little Rascals. Plays a blank character. He was also the voice of the toilet in the nightmare sequence. And Look Who's Talking Too. Was he? I haven't watched the Look Who's Talking movies. I probably haven't watched those things since they came out.
First one was legendary.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw the first one in the theater. I don't remember if I saw the second one, but I remember seeing the first one because it was a big deal at the time. Oh, John's got a nice list here. Terry Garr, Jessica Lange, Diane Cannon, Melinda Dillon, and Victoria Principal, totally smoking hot women of the late 70s. I would also add Valerie Perrine to that, Jill Clayburgh. Yeah, there was a lot of cuties in the 70s.
You know who's like 90 years old who still looks awesome is the I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh, yeah, Barbara Eden, man. Holy shit. She sold her soul to the devil. She still looks great. And who was the one that's real cute too? She's married to Michael McKean. She's married to Michael McKean. Annette O'Toole. Annette O'Toole is real cute too.
Oh, Annette O'Toole.
Back in the day.
It says here the cast and especially Mel Brooks had so much fun and were so upset when principal photography was almost completed. He added scenes so he could continue shooting.
Oh, could you imagine doing? Could you imagine doing a movie and Mel Brooks is your director? God, that must have been a blast.
Yeah, it says here, but you learned in the documentary that this was Gene Wilder's favorite movie. It was his big passion project.
Yeah.
Oh, here, this is interesting. So maybe I'm wrong a little bit. Besides them being in Bonnie and Clyde together, Gene Hackman learned about the film through his frequent tennis partner, Gene Wilder, and requested a role because he wanted to try comedy. He volunteered to play the blind hermit for free. It was 4 days of shooting for about 4 minutes of running time.
I thought I remember them because I thought they were friends. They became friends.
I'd say
That's why.
Gene Hackman proved he could do comedy. Like, man, I tell you, the Birdcage.
Birdcage is classic. That movie's hysterical.
Yeah, and I love him in The Replacements as the coach, and
Yeah,
a lot of comedies. His last movie that I think put him into retirement was that one with Ray Romano. He had enough. That movie.
that was a rough one.
Yes. The Mooseport.
Miss Tesmaco?
Yeah, he's a good.
I'm right there with you, Ryan. Something about those 70s boobs.
Oh, indeed.
We should do our top 10 70s boobs.
Adrienne Barbeau's in her 70s, right? Damn.
Adrienne Barbeau. Yeah, just go watch her on Maud. She's hot as hell on Maud. As your friend said, this movie spoofs the classic Frankenstein trope in which a child doesn't fear the monster. Yeah, that whole sequence.
Did you know Steve Tyler wrote the song Walk This Way because of the first scene in the movie? Did you know that?
Did not know that. Makes sense, but I did not know that. I was commenting on this before you came. I like Gene Wilder's hair by the end of this film, little by little, turns into like Ernie McCracken hair.
Oh, but yeah, all over the place. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, didn't they talk about on the documentary where it was supposed to be Columbia Pictures, but they didn't want it in black and white, so that's how it got the 20th Century Fox? If I remember right, I think they said that in the documentary.
Yeah, I remember he pushed for it to be in black and white because they didn't want to do it in black and white. It's cheaper too.
I wonder if that's more expensive now to do.
I bet you it probably is. Well, Mel Brooks defied logic. I remember I saw an interview with him and he was talking about silent movie and Studio Ford. I'm like, really? You're gonna make a silent movie? Who the hell watches a silent movie? But if you ever watch silent movie, it's hysterical. And who, for you people out there that are big Mel Brooks fans, if you ever watched the movie Silent Movie, nobody talks through the whole movie. Who is the only person that says one word in that entire film?
I haven't seen it in a long time. I should know it, but
see if anybody knows it in the chat. There's only one person that says one word in that entire film. And he says it because it's ironic that he said it. There's the hint.
Is that in that set?
What?
Silent Movie?
Yeah, Silent Movie's in here. Sure, everybody's probably Googling it if you don't know it.
I'm looking here. Original cut was pretty much twice as long as the final cut. Boy, that would be interesting to see, but that shit's probably long gone 50 years.
That's true. I wonder if that exists.
You know, Madeline Kahn, too. You know what she was in? I don't think I've ever asked you. Did you ever see What's Up, Doc? You know, Streisand and Ryan O'Neal?
Yeah.
Yep. She's so funny in that movie.
But she was great in she was in Blazing Saddles. She was great in that. She was great in Clue. And she, if you don't, you were probably too young, but she actually had a sitcom of her own, Madeline, back in the early 80s. And she was funny on it.
She was a Carson regular, though, I remember, for a while.
Oh, she was great. How could I forget? She was great as the Empress in History of the World.
Oh, yeah. That's right, man. Yeah, he's great as Lex Luthor. There's no doubt, guys.
I like the scene in History of the World when it was like, Your Highness, you have to pick your men for the orgy tonight. And they're all standing there naked. And she's like, yes, no, no, yes, no, no, yes. It could be worse. It could be raining.
Yeah, two tornado warnings and 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, we nasty storm passed through here, but it was quick though. Cooled it off though. I have to show you my I took a picture and sent it to the wife on my way home today. The what you call it? The thermometer on my car was reading 107.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, at one point it went up to 109, but I didn't get a picture of it. We've had a heat wave here for the past week and a half. It's been disgusting.
Oh.
Not just hot, but just like sticky and disgusting. And it's supposed to last, I think, for the next couple of days.
Yeah, it was in the high 80s today here. It probably got close to 90.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, Superman watch along, good stuff.
You need a hand. It doesn't say what time it was. Yeah, 107 degrees.
Jesus. Oh, Gene Hackman's up there in age too. It's like, damn.
Yeah, he's got to be in his 90s. Has to be.
Yeah, he's 93 or 94.
Yeah.
I like that movie he did with. It's got a great cast. Travolta, and Rene Russo, Danny DeVito. Get Shorty. Did you ever see that?
Get Shorty's great movie. Gene Wilder found, yeah, Haunted Honeymoon. I got a lot of shit at the time. I liked Haunted Honeymoon.
What the heck? Harry Zim. He's the director, Harry Zim. That's right. That's his name. And remember James Gandolfini's in that, where Travolta throws him and grabs him by the nuts and throws him down the steps.
Chelsea's, I'll trade you. What the hell was it down in Florida today, Chelsea? Because it's just hot as all hell up here. It's just so thick outside. I mean, it's not just the heat; it's just thick. Eric, where are you located? Yeah, 100 today.
Wow. Yeah, Gene Hackman's one of my parents' favorites. They love French Connection and Poseidon Adventure. He's been in some big stuff.
Oh, so nobody looked it up. So who said the word in silent movie? So the only word said that entire film is no. And the person that said it was Marcel Marceau. And the reason he said it, because if those who know who Marcel Marceau is, he's a mime who doesn't speak. So Mel Brooks put the mime in the silent film to be the person that says the only word in the entire film. That's the mind of Mel Brooks.
And now he doesn't have a cameo in this. I think he's just a voice, if I remember right.
Who?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks in this? I'm trying to remember.
Hold on here. The voice of the original Dr. Frankenstein when Frederick sees the laboratory for the first time. That's Mel Brooks' voice.
Usually 100 plus would feel like 102, 110 with 70. That's the thing. I don't mind the hot heat, but man, it's just the humidity is just killing. That's why I still sound stuffy. I came out of work yesterday, man. I couldn't breathe for shit.
Premiere voted this movie as one of the 50 greatest comedies of all time in 2006. That's not a surprise.
Who voted it?
Premiere Magazine. Remember that magazine?
This is great. This is when he drops it. Abby. Abby Normal.
Did you ever heard of this? In a deleted scene, the monster as a bar mitzvah and is referred to as Young Frankenstein. A musical number was also filmed that included the song I Want to Be a Banker.
Seriously? Yeah. Good idea they cut that. That sounds a little bit off the charts.
Yeah, you hear this in the documentary that Gene Wilder, Peter Boyle, Marty Feldman appeared in this film by virtue of the fact that they had mutual agents that did a deal with the movie studio.
Just he said I quote that much off the Abby Normal. Abby Normal. It's silent movie, even though it was a silent film. There's one dialogue. Are you behind? Are you lagging behind? Yeah, that was it. The only person to say anything was Marcel Marceau. He says no in French because anybody ever see silent movies? So they're trying to get all these people to be in their film and work for their company and Gulf and Devour. and they went to Marcel Marceau, and they were asking him, and he's the only person, since he was a very famous mime at the time. So the only person that speaks in a silent film is a mime.
So when Elizabeth's brushing her hair, she sings the Battle Hymn of the Republic. According to Mel Brooks' DVD commentary, they picked that song for her to sing because it's in public domain. So that was in public domain fucking 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
That's why, kids, we're getting all of those freaking Disney characters and all that stuff as horror movies, all public domain.
Well, aren't they doing a Mickey Mouse horror movie?
Doing a Mickey, what's Steamboat Willie, right?
Steamboat Willie, yeah. Well, that's the original Mickey, yeah.
Uh-oh, she's yelling at the dog. Mm-hmm. So I hooked this up to my my camera's up to, this is Sam's Club. We're selling like these, I think it's a 28-inch curved monitor. I wanted the monitor so I could look at multiple PDFs for work at the same time. Dude, it was half off. Got it for like less than $100.
Oh, nice. That's a deal.
Yeah, I know. I like thinking, I was like, I should have asked my IT guy. I'm like, dude, should we jump on some of these?
Yeah, because I bought these two monitors. I forget the big long monitors when my other computer shit the bed, and they were like $100. They were like $99 each. They're so cheap now.
Yeah, this is Samsung too. This screen, I was like, damn, I'm jumping.
These are Acer, which is, it's a decent computer.
Oh, Acer's fine.
Yeah,
I've had Acer stuff over the years.
he was so good when he would get angry and yell. Nobody yells better than Gene Wilder in a movie.
No. Peter Boyle met his future wife when she visited the set to write an article about the filming of the movie for Rolling Stone magazine. How about that?
Really?
It's cool.
Didn't know that. Because you figure this was 74. What was Taxi Driver? Was Taxi Driver 75? What year was Taxi Driver?
Taxi Driver is more past that.
Was it maybe 77? I don't remember.
76. Okay. Yeah, I know I lost to Rocky.
Yep, there you go.
And it lost Network was the big movie that year with Rocky, and I think Network won all the stuff that Rocky didn't have the major awards, if I remember right. I don't think I've ever seen Network. You probably have.
I did, but maybe years and years ago, like maybe on TV. But I don't remember. I remember the premise of it. I really don't remember it. In High Anxiety, that movie spoofs many of the classic Alfred Hitchcock movies, and of course, Edward Platter played the chief in Get Smart. Played Cary Grant's character Boss in North by Northwest. Yeah, High Anxiety's in here too. Good movie.
Yeah, North by Northwest is classic.
John says, history of the world and Hardly Working were the last movies to play 5 consecutive weeks at his drive-in in 81. After that, it was Raiders of the Lost Ark and Flashdance for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Wow. History of the world and Hardly Working were like 5 weeks there.
Movie? Like Star Wars and E.T. were at the theater for like over a year or some shit like that.
I remember back in the day, movies like being in theaters for forever, because it's not like they were going straight to like VHS and shit. So,
have you seen High Anxiety? I've never seen High Anxiety.
Yeah, High Anxiety is good. Like Slasher Fred would say, it's like sort of a spoof of Hitchcock movies. Like
yeah. So Silent Movie was 76 too. Okay. Yeah, Dom DeLuise. That's what I remember Silent Movie for, Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, they all had funny names. Like Marty Feldman was Marty Eggs. Dom DeLuise was Dom Bell, like Dumbbell.
Yeah, Harold Gould was Engulf.
Yeah, and that was the name of the company, Engulf and Devour.
Gonna have to watch Life Stinks again.
Yeah, me too. I forgot. I honestly forgot about it. I watched it so damn long. You don't hear anything about it, which is a shame.
Life Stinks. Hold on.
The scene where Frau Blucher plays the violin in order to calm the monster down is such. Oh, it's great. I think. Oh, I'll wait till Bertie's done because he's chatting. Hey, he's right there. He's got Ernie McCracken hair. While everybody's hanging out, do us a favor. Hit that like button. Get those likes up. Like. Peter Boyle was a big dude. Hey. This is great. I'm sorry. He was the best when it comes to people losing their shit and screaming. John says the original Star Wars played at his drive-in as the B movie to Alien in '79. E.T. never played at the drive-in low. I miss driving. So we have a drive-in though. It's about 40 minutes away. Actually, I have two of them. One is 40 minutes in one direction, and the other one's probably a little over an hour in the other direction.
Sorry about that.
I forget. Did I ever tell you the story about my mother's cousin? So we used to go to Easter years ago at my Aunt Rosie's house, and her daughter Annette's husband, whose name is escaping me. I don't even remember his name, but he always had he was bald. He looked like Peter Boyle. And then I remember we only really ever saw them at Easter time. Nice guy, Joe. That was his name, Joe. And we seen him the one.
How could you forget?
Went to Easter, yeah, exactly, right. We went to Easter one time, and we were all looking at him like, because he had a hairpiece on. And then at some point he took it off. I guess he was getting hot, but he looked just like Peter Boyle. So I look at my uncle. My uncle starts looking at me. He goes, "Putting on the Ritz," because he looked just like fucking Peter Boyle. I had because I had soda coming out of my nose. I'm like, don't ever do that again. And every time we'd see him somewhere, he'd just look at me and go, "Putting on the Ritz."
I saw they added Cheech and Chong to Chiller Theater. That's pretty funny.
Did they really? Oh, I would love to meet Cheech and Chong. Oh, I would have to get a picture with Cheech and Chong. I don't think I've ever seen him at a convention before.
I think one or two. They've definitely done them before.
Have they? I've never seen them.
Kind of wild, right?
Yeah, the Inspector's he plays great Inspector.
Just loved the atmosphere of this movie. Just fun. Yeah, John, I think Peter Boyle, I think he made I wasn't the biggest Everybody Loves Raymond fan, but I think he
was great in that.
He made a big comeback doing that towards the end of his career.
Yeah, he was a pisser as Frank Barone. We were big Everybody Loves Raymond fans.
My brother and I always joke, with Raymond, we're like, if Raymond could get a wife like that, there's hopes for every guy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, oh, Patricia Heaton was always cute.
Just
so cute.
Same thing with, the woman that your wife likes a lot that does the Kevin James's wife on that other show. Everybody loves.
Oh yeah, Leah Remini,
conspiracy theorist chick. Even her too.
Yeah, Leah Remini. Seriously, that guy's gonna get her. Yeah. Then there is hope for fat bald guys like myself.
Yeah. I look at Ed O'Neill with the women he had on the shows he was on. Still the best.
Yeah, right. Like the one on
Modern Family, Sophia.
Modern Family. What the hell's her name? Yeah.
The Colombian.
We got to watch Dutch.
I haven't seen Dutch since it first came out.
Yeah, me
That's
neither. It's
John
been a
Hughes
long
movie, I
time.
think, isn't it?
I don't know. It might be. I really don't remember.
When I worked pretty late last night, and God, Pat, I watched some good stuff in the background. I had Fright Night on. I
Nice.
tell you, Amanda Beers, she's pretty cute in that movie. Dude, Chris Sarandon rules, man. That and Princess Bride. Man.
I did make a yummy sound. There he is. Oh, Bill, there he is. Mr. Frankenstein.
Hey, buddy.
Bill is in the house. Better late than never, Bill.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you for sending me this shit.
I gotta tell you, there are so many. Bill and I briefly talked about this. There are so many freaking pickled beers out. If Chris was fucking going to Flashback, I would be. I think him and I would both be making sure to get more pickled beers after that. Yeah,
When
Bill,
is
I'm going
Flashback?
up to Michigan for the weekend for the wife for her birthday. Gonna hit Founders. I've never been to Founders. I'm looking forward to checking out that brewery.
When are you going? This weekend?
Yeah, we're getting it finalized here. We're gonna leave Friday and come back on Sunday.
Are you going to be back in time or no?
Yeah. You know what she wants to do, Pat? She wants to go horseback riding, but it's her
There
birthday.
you go. Telling you, we got to get the two together. They'll have a ball.
She's like, she's like, show me which wineries, which breweries you want to go to. And we knew how far north we could go and how far east we were going to go too far east. We were going to be closer towards the Lake Michigan side. And we were almost spot on based on timing. It was pretty funny. So
Nice. Cool.
yeah, it's good. She needs to get away. We just had a lot going on.
Yeah, I'll be down the Jersey Shore in like, I guess 3 weeks.
I might be doing that Salt Lake City thing too. Jeremy wants to do that.
What's Salt Lake City thing? What's that?
Jeremy from work's got he's looking at flights for Salt Lake City. So even though I know we're talking about going, I think I might be going to Salt Lake City to do that Mel Gibson thing. I could get a cheap flight. He's like, you think we can come back in 2 days? I'm like, well, we're not gonna be able to do too much there, but sure.
It's crazy. He's getting choked to death. Said to give. He said a dirty word.
Yeah, she's
Give him
a
a sedative.
78 baby. Because I always joked with Pat, I'm like, there's a more important reason of 1978 besides Halloween.
Yeah, right.
My wife and my sister were born that year. And Superman. We were talking about Superman before. Christopher Reeve.
Superman, yeah. Said I give.
Yeah.
John says local drive-ins. These parts have begun playing classic movies 3 times during the week for $20 a carload to place the meager and limp new fare released as alleged summer blockbusters. Yeah, there's nothing really good. Well, there's some decent horror films. I still haven't had a chance to go see Maxine or Longlegs.
John, that's got to be a digital projector at the local drive-ins up by you, right? Like, I think the few drive-ins we have left around here, I think they've all gone digital now, but That's not a bad thing, though. It's,
Maybe this weekend.
projectors have come so far now, too. You got so much clearer things. Like a dark movie doesn't look as bad now. And I ever told you a story when I was a kid seeing Aliens at the drive-in?
No.
That was horrendous to see at the drive-in. With how dark that movie is.
Oh yeah, it's hard to see shit. Yeah.
We saw, I think I told you, I think it was 2017. We saw Halloween 1 and 2 at the drive-in. And they went to the DVD menu, so it was a digital projector.
It was DVD. Nice.
Yeah, it was funny.
Abby normal.
Oh, Bill, I meant to ask you if you saw that post with the trees. I was scared for your place, man. Yeah. Pat, I should show you the picture. So I'll send that to you in a message. That's a good brewery. It's an hour plus away. Pat comes here. We'll go out that way, Bill. We'll go.
Yeah, I'm hoping they approve everything so I'll get the hell out there.
Well, you got to be careful on Carol Stream. I'll have to tell you about that. Carol Stream's very, got to behave nicely.
Mel Brooks did a few serious movies, and he has uncredited mostly. Yeah.
I got to order a few T-shirts off that website. That we got our stuff now. A few of them.
Oh yeah, I'll do this now. Hold on a second. 1 second. That's great. He's got all the freaking darts in his arm.
Yeah.
Hey,
a second, I gotta. Lisa needs me to send something, so I'll put you on mute for a second here, bud.
I don't know about you people, but I need another beer. Anybody just tuning in? Hit that like button, help us out. And we're actually 1 hour and 1 minute in. He's playing darts with the inspector. He's throwing the darts out the window. He hits the cat.
Have a good night, Gene. Thanks for tuning in as always. Thanks for the support. Nice compliment.
Awesome, Gene. Have a good week. Hopefully we'll see you the podcast. I was going to say, anybody interested, go check out the store. 10% off right now. Just put in the code EARLYBIRD. You get 10% off. All the cool swag. I ordered some myself because I don't get it for free. I got to pay for it too.
I got to get a pillow. We should get a pillow.
I spent like, truth be told, I spent like $200 today on all the shit there. I got tons of stuff for 10% off.
10%. Hey, Frank. Thanks, bud.
Frank, what's going on? $5 super chat. Here you go. Go get that hump fixed.
We were just talking. You see, Cheech and Chong, right? Chiller Theater.
Yeah, Frank, you gotta go. What is Chiller Theater? That's right. It's right around.
It's sometime in October.
Yeah, shit. I'd love to go. Oh, I never. Look, he's trying to pull away, but he all the friggin' darts went into his tires. Oh, here comes Frau Brucker.
This wasn't up for any awards, I don't think, was it? Probably not.
I don't think so.
You didn't see that as much back then with comedies.
No, they never gave the due to comedies. Hey, but if you do order stuff, make sure you put early bird and you get 10% off. John says the Lone Ranger 81, the Thing 82, and Escape from New York were so dark. My drive-in offered really. So they were so dark, buddy, that they actually offered refunds because I guess you couldn't see it that well. Wow,
Wow, John, that's wild.
that's crazy.
You know what's amazing? So this movie cost just under $3 million to make in 1974. What does 86 million worldwide come out to? Probably 50 years later, right?
Is that what it made? 86 million back then?
86 million. Yeah.
Really? Let's see. Hold on.
I love how the IMDb, which you can't believe obviously everything on this. It's got AKA Frankenstein Jr. for Young Frankenstein. So I sent Blake a it's Prime Day on Amazon. I sent Blake a link to you can get a Roadhouse neon, like the font for the Roadhouse movie.
Oh, really?
It's on Prime for like $30. It's like $10 off. And
Nice.
I guess Blake, I sent it to Blake, and he said he ordered one with the same thing with their podcast name on it with the Roadhouse font. And I guess the company he tried to order from screwed it up and didn't realize it was custom made, and they wanted $200+ more. He's like,
holy
that's
shit.
not happening.
Yes. No thanks. Great scene. Slasher Fred, in the Young Frankenstein musical, I love this song Together again because Igor was asking Frankenstein to let him be his assistant. I could kick myself. I should have went and sewed on Broadway. You gonna pass on Corey Feldman, the Chiller? You're not gonna go see him? Is he gonna be performing with his band? Doesn't he do that now?
Oh God, he's gonna go. Do you have a Chuck E. Cheese nearby? Right?
Yeah, is there a Chuck E. Cheese that you guys could go hang out at?
With his party bus.
Since we're talking Mel Brooks movies and shows merch, if I go in your store, can I buy that horror movie podcast, The Flamethrower? Oh God, could you imagine? I'd buy like 10.
Oh boy. They added Eli.
Merchandising.
They added Eli Roth now on Friday to Flashback, so that'll make it easier getting him. I gotta send you. I didn't put it. I was gonna wait to put it as a new item for the show. I got one of those band posters, or European or overseas posters for Hostel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. My wife saw it and she's like, "You're not gonna put that up ever, are you?" I was like, probably
not. No. You'll have it signed, but no.
John, this is one of a kind, man. Stuff gets remade, I get it, but this is just I don't know how you could do this one. It's very hard to remake comedies, don't you think, Pat, though? Right?
It really is.
Like, let's think about comedy remakes. Have we seen anything that's really stuck out?
No. This is great. When she says, "What can we throw in there now?" He looks at the camera and he's like, That's what typically the big no-no to look at the camera, right? Yeah. He launches the kid right into her bed. Oh, there she is.
You know, Pat, I know it would take long and hard. It would take us long and hard to
long
think
and hard.
about.
Hey, now you're getting personal. What?
Sorry, I said it wrong. It would take a long time to think about, but scenes where actors talk to the camera, talk to the audience. Like the first one I think of, my favorite is that Keith David from Men at Work, Rent-A-Cops. I hate rent-a-cups too. Think about that. Like they're out there, but you'd have to really think about them, right?
I'm trying to think. I know there's definitely. I mean, it was a big thing with Mel Brooks.
Like Ferris
This-
Bueller. It was like that's the whole movie, right?
The whole movie is that, but I guess in History of the World,
Wayne's World.
it's good to be the king. He looks at the camera. It's good to be the king.
I think what Jay and Silent Bob do that a couple times, right?
Airplane. Ted Stryker when he's fighting with Elaine. This is the camera. Women. Up here's the classic scene. Gene Hackman.
There it is, the blind man. So I was yeah, it's hard.
I don't know, man. Rob Zombie redoing Young Frankenstein. He didn't do the greatest job. I mean, the Monsters movie wasn't horrible, but
I'm not gonna say nothing should be untouched, right? It's how movies are a business, right? People are gonna do it no matter what.
I mean, remakes are good, but it's like you just want them people just have some original ideas. It's not just keep rehashing the same shit.
I know a lot of people didn't like the Longest Yard remake. I was fine with the Longest Yard remake because of the cast.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Technically, isn't Rat Race technically somewhat of a remake to It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? Like Rat Race is hysterical.
I think it is. Yeah.
You ever seen that movie with John Lovitz where he's got Hitler's car?
Yeah. This is great. He just poured the soup in his lap, the hot soup.
It's significant for as short of a role it is, right? With Gene Hackman.
And he's just so great at. Let's do a toast.
A lot of stuff was filmed at USC, which I guess that makes sense out in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Century City, Culver City.
Culver City. That's where I stayed when we were in when we first went out to LA.
Did you go past the 20th Century Fox building, aka the Nakatomi Tower from Die Hard? I figured you might have.
We might have, and I probably didn't even realize it. Fire is good. Fire is our friend.
I remember when Lisa and I went past that building. I kept on saying, remember Paul Gleason? He's like, when the FBI guys blow up in a helicopter, we're going to need more FBI guys, I guess. So that was like a good hour. I'm like, oh, we're going to need more FBI guys, I guess.
He's like, stop, please.
She's like, shut up.
He sets his thumb on fire.
I started using your favorite Rob Zombie Halloween line to my wife because she starts talking to my daughter about like getting other clothes and stuff. When they want to go clothes shopping, I go, Lisa, what's the matter?
What did she say?
She's like, shut the.
What's the matter? You jealous of your daughter's ass?
I couldn't imagine you saying that to Kathy.
I wouldn't. She'd probably get mad because she wouldn't know what the hell it's from. She'd be like, "What did you just say?"
Well, that's where she'd probably be like, "What the."
Oh, I never realized in this scene where he's playing the violin, Gene Wilder, he looks exactly like the singer from my old band.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. Nobody. I got him the one time on Burbs and Lost Boys, and he wanted $50 more if you didn't put his name or your name to person. He wanted to personalize everything. It's like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's fine. I've got a marker that can erase that, buddy. You go enjoy your frickin' Chuck E. Cheese, bitch.
Frank's throwing off the scent so he can get in line for Corey first. Oh, that's a good one, Eric. Good one. John Belushi lived at the Cameron Animal House.
Yeah, see, Eric, I guess, you know what? Maybe that's probably a good top 5, right, Pat?
Yeah.
10,
when he's up on the ladder, and he turns to the camera, and he's like, he's spying on her with no top.
See, it's not a bad thing if we're throwing them all out there because we're going to rank them. We would rank them anyway.
Yeah, we could do that, definitely. What did they call, like, breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah,
look at the camera?
There's a couple different ways. The hard camera.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wrestling term. And neighbor Micah Rooney probably watching the All-Star game, I'm guessing, right?
He's on his way home. After this, he said if he'll be around. He went down to Virginia for like 2 days, him and his mom, to go visit his great uncle is not doing too well, so they went down to visit him. So I called him earlier and I said I can't remember the passcode to get into his garage because like we had a typhoon come through here and he had a bunch of packages on his front porch. I'm like, what's the code again? Because like a typhoon just came in here, downpour. Before your shit gets any more wet.
Give me the code.
This is great. Whatever you do, don't let me in. As much as I beg and scream, don't let me do. He's just like, get me out of here. He's a little calm. Get me out. Get me the hell out. Get me the hell out now. He was the best person to yell and scream all the time.
Mike is probably happy Juan Soto's had a good game. He's done good in the All-Star game right now.
It seems every Mel Brooks movie there seems to be a musical number. And the producers, it was Springtime for Hitler, yeah. And then what was the big one? And The Inquisition in History of the World. The Inquisition, look out, sin.
Are there really any, like, what are the modern comedy directors or filmmakers or writers? Are there any that stick out to your mind?
Nowadays? No.
I don't have like a John Hughes. You don't have a Mel Brooks really. And
I mean, what do you call it was on a tear for a while? The Farrelly brothers. They don't. What the hell are they doing now?
Farrelly brothers, yeah. And one of them did a movie on their own. That one with the two girls on the run.
Yeah,
which was different.
That says maybe a Rob Zombie take on The Elder with J.J. Abrams' script, which links it to the Cloverfield universe. That would be pretty wild. I wish somebody would pick up The Elder and make a movie out of it.
I know, and I think you and we've talked about it. Like, why not see what he would do with Halloween 3? I think it would just be fucking wild.
I think I would be on board to see what he would do with it. Why not? What the hell? I don't despise his versions. I really don't. I actually like the first one.
I was telling my coworker today, we were talking about Beverly Hills Cop. He's like, yeah, but there's that terrible third movie. I'm like, and I tell her all the time, I'm like, listen, movies, you could always forget the sequels. It's like, keep them off your mind. Each movie's separate, man. If you in your mind, it's over after the one movie, it's over. Don't hold your head up like they ruined a series and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Landis doesn't really do too much anymore. He hasn't. He's another one.
No. Is Frankenstein.
Frankenhooker.
Oh God, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Right, yeah, motherfucker.
Botch house, motherfucker. Fuck. That's true, right?
Sherry Moon Zombie would probably be running Silver
Stop.
Shamrock.
Stop, motherfucking stop, stop, you motherfucker.
Sorry,
That's
sir.
classic.
Yes.
Oh wait, could you imagine that? Because you remember he was Captain Grabass. Put Rob Zombie on that. There'd be chicks naked everywhere. They'd be freaking grabbing their ass.
Dude, I'm gonna get one of those pictures printed out, that photo, so I can have Tom and Stacy sign it.
You should.
Who cares?
Oh, this guy. He was in a couple episodes of The Odd Couple. This guy introducing them. I like to see what Rob Zombie could do with someone else's script. He could shoot a good look. Exactly. He's not a great writer, the dialogue, but he would be a great cinematographer. He's not a bad director, but cinematography, he's really good at.
Knows how to pick his soundtracks too.
Cinematography. I mean, he's not a bad. Exactly. If just give him a really good script and let's see what he does with it.
And I'm sorry, and that probably
And no Sherry Moon. No Sherry Moon.
It won't work if he made Halloween 3 white trash. It makes no sense for it to be white trash too.
No, I don't know how the hell he would do it. Maybe like Santa Mira would be like a hillbilly hick town. Instead of a bunch of Irish, it'll be like a trailer park.
Seltzer's good. Let's get more of these.
Zeltza. Still on my
Lemonade
light.
seltzer. 5%. That's about it. Right when I said it was good, I got the bottom of it, Pat. There's pieces of lemon in it.
Really?
I'll be right back.
You gotta spit them out? Or you gotta pee?
Both.
Oh, that Brad turned this microphone off, so I guess we're not gonna get a Frank Drebin. So those still watching, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. Exactly. Leave Halloween 3 alone. It's finally getting respected deserves, and it was done without the help of remakes. I'm all for, if they were going to remake it, I'd see where it goes. I wouldn't, but yeah. I'm a little getting a little bit bored of remakes. It's like, stop remaking everything. Can we just get some original ideas, please? Here it comes. Putting on the Ritz. Jerry Gar's so cute.
You gonna say hi, buddy? Sweetheart?
What's up, puppy?
Little girl? Yeah, I know. You're shy. Look at you. You're shy.
She's like, I don't want to be on camera.
I don't think she's gonna grow like her brother, though.
Put on the Ritz. There's the Mel Brooks number. Oh, God. Remember that remake? Put on the Ritz taco.
What?
I remember that. There was a video on MTV.
What? What? What, do you want to come up now, too?
I do like that recently Hollywood has been opting for sequels rather than remakes. I'll take a sequel. Yeah, I'll take a sequel because at least it's an original idea. Remakes, enough. You don't need to stop remaking them. Had enough.
I always wanted a sequel to was Grosse Point Blank. Even though, what else could they have done? I think he could have just went on some other missions. Thought that would have been awesome. It was talked about early on.
I'm trying to think of what would be a good movie to have a good sequel to.
I'll go back and visit that episode we did. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did do that. Movies that need sequels.
Sequels and remakes. I think we talked about remakes too.
We did remakes. And we got to figure out what we're going to do for this Sunday too.
Definitely that hard. I think we just got to research how we would topic that. I think that might be just a good one for top 5, right?
Yeah, be a good top 5.
Okay, you're both coming in here now. Okay. Hang out. Be nice. Fell asleep during Grosse Point Blank, though? Oh, man. I love that movie. It's one of my faves.
It's the first movie you ever fell asleep in the theater? That's another good one. What's a movie that you were in the theater you fell asleep to? I have to think about that.
I did fall asleep during Titanic.
During Titanic?
Yeah, you know what's funny is Gangs in New York. I was so mad I was falling asleep during that because I liked it. And then I had to wait till it came out on DVD to finish it up. That's a real good movie, in my opinion.
You were making out during Schindler's List? For all you Seinfeld fans out there. I'm trying to think of a movie I fell asleep in the theater too. I really don't remember any. I'm sure it happened, but it doesn't stand out.
I was nodding off when I saw Bill Burr. And then
Bill Burr?
My buddy hit me because we were like in the third row. It's like, dude, if he sees you falling asleep, you're roasted. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah. True. He would tore your ass apart.
Who cares?
He looked at the camera again, Gene Wilder, when he had his hand on her breast. Boobs.
Oops. All the shit that went out today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to get back on that. I've been so busy. I forgot about that. Top 10 Seinfelds. That's right. We got to get on that.
Same with the Married with Children's. Been hounding the brother.
Yeah, probably the next 2 weeks I'm going to be busy. So especially probably not till I come back from vacation. I got some busy weekends, and tomorrow night, if anybody's interested,
Kiss.
Yeah, we're gonna tomorrow night. Do another kiss and chat tomorrow night. What are your favorite Kiss collectibles? I meant to scan all the pictures of my collection. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Maybe when I get home tomorrow.
You know what I had? I had those the first ever McFarlane figures they made.
McFarlane figures?
A letter in their package. I had those. I got rid of them.
They mass produced the shit out of them, so they're just basically still worth what you paid for them.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't sell very well.
That's a bummer, man. A bummer. You know, Walmart I was in today had a ton of the have you seen the airplane VHS pillows? Have you seen those in Walmart?
No.
It has the VHS cover of the pillow shape, yeah. I'm kind of pillowed out after the peacocking pillow.
Igor's hitting on her.
Yeah, sounds like the next Tales from the Dark Side is going to be a while then. Busy.
Yeah, it's just been busy, and I know this weekend I got stuff to do. Next weekend I'm pretty busy. Then the weekend after I'll be down the Jersey Shore. I wanted to see if try to squeeze in what do you call it? A members only stream this week too. Maybe Thursday or
That's
Friday.
right. You're talking about that too.
And maybe you let me know what works good for you, Thursday or Friday.
I'll work on if you still got it set up to where I can go live. I'll at flashback. I'll should try to go live because
When is
that
flashback?
flashbacks in August 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Okay,
first
yeah.
weekend
Actually,
of
that's
August.
when I'll be down the Jersey Shore that weekend.
Yeah, it's our signal's much better at that hotel. It's a tall banquet like ceiling, so
That's him. There he is. I knew. I thought I recognized him. The guard yelling at him. Did you ever see the Twilight Zone episode where the German guard goes back to Auschwitz? Or to Dachau, rather.
hmm
Did you ever see that episode?
I remember that
But
episode. Yeah,
this guy right here, that's the guy that plays the German guard in the Twilight Zone episode.
he's in a lot of stuff, isn't he? That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will, Bill. We will, bud.
Busy as hell next 3 weekends. That's at least another month to top the time. Yeah, once the summer's over, things always slow down for me. You know, wear your Everseas vest instead.
I saw somebody was in that Warriors group you got me in on was selling like the autograph vest. It was like $600 and it had a lot of signatures on it.
Had a lot of. I saw that. Yeah, had a lot of signatures on it. Yeah. Everybody's like, "What?" That's like in History of the World when he's playing Louis, the king, and he's like, "I swear I'm not the king," and the whole crowd's like, "Bullshit."
Wait, this is 50 years. Then what's Blazing Saddles? Wasn't Blazing Saddles this year technically too?
Blazing Saddles is 74. Yeah. So, what's the release date? Let's see. When was it released? Oh, it already passed. February 7th, the day after my birthday. Shit. It's okay. We can still do a 50th for it.
You know, it just came up of more titles like this is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Michael Caine, Steve Martin. I love that movie. I think that's hysterical.
That is a good movie.
Steve Martin, Ruprecht, not mother.
He says, we got a big thing going on tomorrow night at church. I'll try to get on. Yeah. I'm actually starting an hour later. It's not, usually I start at 8. I'm starting at 9 because I have to go to Manhattan. So I figured I'd give myself a little bit of cushion to make sure I get home on time.
You know who I saw is doing a convention, which maybe he has, and I just didn't notice. John C. McKinley. He's going to Steel City Con. I'm like, man, that guy's in a
Really? You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Arr.
That big forehead of Peter Boyle, right? God, History of the World Part 1, 6.8 star rating. I guess it's not like it's terrible. I would have thought it was a little bit more.
Timestamp, hour and 32 minutes. We got, what, 10, 12 minutes left. This is when Madeline Kahn turns into the bride of Frankenstein. That's great. The guy walks into the tree. He's like, "Arr! What do you want?" Arr.
Yeah, geez, Gene Wilder died on my wedding anniversary.
Did he?
Terrible. Yeah, he's from Milwaukee. That was wild. That I didn't ever really caught that until watching the documentary.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
It's sad to see how that Alzheimer's got to him quick.
This is a great scene. He takes his pants down. Woof.
I don't know if you noticed one picture they showed with Gene Wilder, one of the last pictures that was taken of him publicly. He did a private signing, and all the stuff was in his house. They showed him signing like Young Frankenstein posters. I was like, oh my god.
It's great to have the smoke.
I know we're usually hit horror related stuff. I know we'll do a comedy here and there, but once we start hitting those Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder comedies, I'll lose my mind, because that's really where my Gene Wilder fandom is.
Yeah, we got to do Stir Crazy. See no evil, hear no evil.
You know, Stir Crazy. Remember when they go on their break where they get framed with the bank robbery, and they're having they're eating their lunch like at like this little bench area around this tree. That was in Tucson, Arizona. Lisa and I went to go check that out when we were in Tucson without the kids a number of years
Oh, did
ago.
you?
And then I went running to where the bank president, remember the bank manager goes, there they are, the New Yorkers.
Hey, what's up, Matt? See no evil, hear no evil is probably his favorite comedy of all time. Great movie.
Hey, Matt. Yeah. Matt's a big Gene Wilder fan as well. That's right. I just love when the judge is sentencing them in Stir Crazy. I hereby sentence you to 125 years, and their eyes both bluster. What?
They'll just watch Vibes with Cyndi Lauper and Jeff Goldblum early tonight.
Oh, geez, I haven't heard about that in a long time.
Yeah, really. Terry Garr is so cute. She's actually in an episode of The Odd Couple too. Terry Garr.
I always found it funny though. I think you and I talked about with Stir Crazy Like Jo Beth Williams and Craig T. Nelson are both in that movie, not with the scene together, but then 2 years later, they're a married couple in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Man, isn't that that's the toy, right? That's oh no, that isn't the toy. That is stir crazy. That's right. A little bit more oregano. What was it? Wasn't it the priest? This stuff's bitching.
What movies
Remember
you
the
been
guy with the
watching,
blonde
Bill?
next to him? I've always been to ask you, do you get any? Not much. No, I got it mixed up because was it Jackie Gleason when he spots him as the maid? He's like, "You look fancy for a lady with a hairy upper lip."
Yeah.
Terry Garr always hit it for me for Mr. Mom, though.
Oh, she was so cute, Mr. Mom.
She punches out fucking Martin Mull, flies over that seat. Oh, you're gonna play hard to get, huh?
Rest in peace, too.
Yes.
It's
Come on, we
Jesus.
got Kentucky Fried Chicken. We can't afford that.
That was this crazy weekend. So many freaking people dropped dead.
It's a rough weekend, man. Really rough, yeah.
He used him with his arm as a battering ram.
We got an office in the mezzanine area in our warehouse. I always like to joke like Christopher Lloyd, Mr. Mom. There's only one thing left I want to get. Disability. Oh no! Get out the window.
As a Terry Garr is great in the original Star Trek episode, Assignment Earth. It was the final episode of season 2, but it was actually a backdoor pilot for another Roddenberry series about an alien spy. Really? I don't remember. I have to go back. I haven't watched the original series probably since I was in high school.
You know where
Actually,
Terry
earlier
Garr,
than that.
you know which role like didn't really make any sense for her was Dumb and Dumber. Remember that? She's like in that, like, what?
Yeah.
She's great in Tootsie though, too, remember?
Oh, she was great. She was hot.
Or Dustin Hoffman like just plays it up that he wants to sleep with her.
she was good as Phoebe's mom and friend.
What is she battling MS too? Or I think she's battling MS, right? Or she has another.
Does she?
Oh, somebody else in the chat. No, I know she's battling a real rough.
Wow, Bill, good one. I love Valley Girl. Tough Turf is another one. I haven't watched that in ages.
Well,
Can't
Bill
Buy Me
probably
Love.
remembers our story about Can't Buy Me Love with our friend Colorado.
Yeah.
We'll probably catch up with her and see what's up with her.
Yeah, but they hit her up and say, we got to get back on one of these days.
Yes. Our friend Joey, she was the corner on I forget the female lead. Bill probably remembers the blonde female, the lead.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Died in Colorado. Did you see that Sherlock Holmes smarter brother thing that Gene Wilder did?
No.
Dumb and Dumber rules, Bill. That's right. She's the mom in Close Encounters, though, right? She's Richard Dreyfuss's wife, right?
Who?
Terry
Garr? Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was.
Shit.
Yeah, continues to work despite the fact she's battled MS, first diagnosed in 1983. 1983.
Really?
The big
Didn't
thing
know
I
that.
thought she suffered a real bad brain aneurysm in 2006. So I don't think she's
Getting
trying
old
to think the
sucks
last time
ass.
she worked.
Speaking of Farrelly brothers, Matt highly recommends Loudermilk. I don't think I saw Loudermilk. Did you?
I haven't watched Loudermilk. That's the one with our buddy from Office Space, Ron Livingston, I believe. It's on Netflix. I hear it's good. Yeah, see, Terry Garr, she must not be doing that. She hasn't done anything since 2011.
Yeah, I guess she's pretty much done.
She makes some good money going to a convention. I just think about that. Look at all these people that like. So Shannon Doherty, she was doing conventions all the way up until her death. She's supposed to be at the one here in Chicago, the Fan Expo. They tried to get Dabney, and you know they probably tried to get Dabney because Dabney was on his last legs at Chiller. Why not make some good money so you can pass it on to your family?
Yeah, if you can do it, why not?
Trying to do right. What's
Why not?
the point for Shatner to keep on doing all that?
Seriously. I mean, he's up there now. Just revisit Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom is awesome. God, I love Mr. Mom.
Earl, clean up on aisle 7.
Earl, clean up in aisle 3. I wasn't even in aisle 3.
I think I told you that movie related a lot to our family because my dad took care of us during the day because he worked overnight as a pressman at the Sun Times. So my mom was at work during the day. So that was that was our family.
He looked at the camera again.
He said, I want a beer. It's 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. He's like,
Scotch?
Scotch? What's he doing? Doesn't he use like an iron to heat up the kids' food, if I remember right? Is that what he does?
You make him a grilled cheese. He's like,
Oh, Dream Team, going to play foosball with my friend Kenny. Play foosball. God, that's a good movie too. Every time I play the table tennis downstairs, I always tell myself, I'm going to play foosball. Foosball, Kenny. You remember that part where he freaking keeps on just hitting? Sorry, we're getting off subject. I just love this conversation.
The one girl in what the hell was the one girl that in Mr. Mom that was hitting on him? She was cute as hell. Remember her, the dark-haired girl?
Oh, the short hair.
Yeah, she was cute.
The one
that is Young Frankenstein.
Terry Garr comes home.
Screen story and screenplay by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks. Produced by Michael Gruskov. What a classic. It's good, man.
Good stuff, dude.
Great stuff, man. That is awesome. Who didn't like that? Who didn't love parfaits? Everybody loves parfaits. Now we have to figure out what we're going to watch next week. What are we going to watch next Tuesday?
Are we waiting to do Elm Street for the 40th until later on in the year? Is that what we said?
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. What are we going to watch next Tuesday? There are some ideas in the chat before we log off. Well, says, I quote, he sometimes lives by, beer is very, very good for you in the morning. My great grandma's very Polish boyfriend. Believe me, I use the Mr. Mom thing all the time. Like if we're out somewhere. And somebody says, so what do you want to drink? Beer? No. Scotch? My wife's like, seriously? It's always about a movie everywhere we go. She's like, stop.
Oh, God, geez. Kathy could relate to Lisa on that stuff.
Or every time like we're at a wedding and there's usually like two choices, like you want the chicken or the fish? I'll have the lasagna.
There's the one, like, there's a couple of kids that come over to want to play with the kids outside. And every time one of them comes by, there's a couple of them, I always tell Lisa, that kid is a meatball. The kid next door is a meatball. She's like, Jesus.
Believe me, the two of them could just sit there and just go on. Like, seriously, these are the guys we married? What the fuck is wrong with us?
I told you where she caught me on that Rocky 5 line, right? After years later.
No.
You know, at the beginning when he comes home from the Russian, where he tells Adrian, I'm going to violate you like a parking meter. Like fucking 10 years later, she's like, you fucking took that from a movie?
Spinal Tap. Oh yeah, we should watch Spinal Tap. Well, what is the what do you call it coming out this year? I know they filmed it. When the hell's the sequel coming out?
Yeah, what the heck, right?
We should watch it right around the time of the sequel.
Oh God, you know, I got to watch Best in Show again. I've been meaning to watch that. Have that on the background. I love Best in Show. We're dog lovers here in this podcast, so I just love that fucking movie.
Wait, Brett, my wife went to a pop-up in LA of Mr. Beef from the Bear. The cast made and served beef sandwiches, and she got a picture with Joe Mantegna.
That's
nice.
Cool. Oh, okay. Well, because he's Mr. Chicago. I believe he still has a restaurant out there, right, Matt? Or did he close it? That's so cool.
Let me shut this off. I thought I had to turn it off because it's still playing in my ears. Nice.
Rumsfeld. Oh,
yeah, we should do The Princess Bride. Might actually get my son on for that one. That's like his favorite film, The Princess Bride.
Do The Burbs sometime. It's the 35th anniversary of The Burbs.
The Burbs, yeah.
It did close. That's what I thought, man. Yeah. Dude, that's cool, though. Oh, Backdraft and 70 millimeter. Another Chicago movie.
Very cool. All right, well, you can wrap this up for another successful Tuesday night watch along. What a classic. Young Frankenstein.
What else could we watch, Pat? Now I'm wondering.
I'll think about it. We'll go through while we do some quick shameless plugs. Anybody interested in becoming a channel member? Go check out the different tiers. We're talking about maybe Thursday or Friday, depending on Brady's schedule, doing a members only live stream. So you got to be a member to join. And right now in our horror podcast store, use early bird code. You get 10% off. We'll get some shirts. Everybody needs an ornament to hang on the tree, for fuck's sake. Come on, there's a bunch of cool shit in there. I just spent like $200 because I don't get anything for free. We don't get anything for free. I just bought a shit ton of stuff because I got 10% off.
Pat, if we do one, I think I can do it Thursday. I do have a game, but I'll be done at 7:30, and I'd probably just, if we did it around that time, then I would probably just hop on when I.
Yeah, we could do it maybe 8 o'clock Thursday, your time, which would be 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll pop off for like an hour or something. Yeah.
Let's make sure Joe can get on. Joe, where are you, Joe?
Oh, where are you? You can go check out our top 5 off-screen deaths. That's up on the channel now too. That was a lot of fun. And then, speaking of live, you guys want to join me tomorrow night for some Kiss and Chat? We'll talk some Kiss collectibles, music, and a sort of other picture postcards. So that's going on. That's what's going on tomorrow.
Corey Feldman wasn't he in the one Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood?
Bordello of Blood. He was in it. Yep.
That was probably one of the later ones I remember him being in. But Bill and I are going to go meet, what's his name, the dad from License to Drive. He's in the thing. What's his name? Richard Mazer, right? No.
Richard Mazer.
Yeah. So looking forward to meeting him. And I didn't tell you that story. So I bought a License to Drive poster, Pat, on eBay. The guy sent me 3 of them. 3 of them.
3 of them?
Yeah. So, Bill, I know you're not a big poster guy. If you want a License to Drive poster, it's yours.
He's in Maverick and Loaded Weapon 1. Yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff. We still have to make up the Phantasm 45th anniversary you missed back in March or May. Yeah, there was so much this year. We missed Ghostbusters too. We should do Ghostbusters.
You know what? Well, I guess that's kind of still horror scary.
You
Talk
want to do
about that?
Ghostbusters? Let's do Ghostbusters Tuesday.
Yeah,
Who are you gonna call?
the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, let's do Ghostbusters.
Part 2's the 35th anniversary, I think, this year too, because that was 89.
I haven't watched Ghostbusters in a while, so that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay, it's yours, buddy.
Phantasm. Well, we didn't. Did we? No, we didn't watch long of Phantasm already. We did Phantasm last year.
We did.
We did do
Yes.
Phantasm. Yeah. Yeah, but we could
That's
definitely
probably
do
another guy
Ghostbusters.
Bill might go up to the filmmaker, Don, what's Coscarelli or whatever.
Oscarelli.
He's a flashback. So,
The flowers are still standing. What happened?
I gotta hop off here.
Oh, are they fighting upstairs?
Something.
Oh.
But if you're gonna do the intros or whatnot, guys, we'll catch up. You gonna stay on for a few minutes to talk away?
Oh, that was weird. I just went blank there for a second. My internet just crapped out. So you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, yeah, this would be a good time to hop off. So yeah, I'll be around. I'm gonna probably go see if Mike's up. So hopefully everything's all right. Everybody, thanks for joining. Hey, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night with my kiss and chat, and we'll do, if you guys are members, Thursday night looks like we're doing a member stream. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And if not, we'll see you guys on Sunday for the podcast. So everybody have a great week. Thanks for hanging out. Later.
See ya.